Hello, hello. Welcome to the replay, or if you are watching live, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Marissa from the Meraki Collective. I am a brand coach and website strategist. Welcome to Website Wednesdays. I go live on Facebook every week to critique, aka provide helpful feedback and reviews of websites that are submitted to me. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, it is Website Wednesdays, and today I'm going to review two different websites. One of them in totally opposite different industries, and I'm open to reviewing any websites in any industry. Coaches, consultants, and professional service providers at the Meraki Collective, we help these groups of people, these entrepreneurs, show up online with clarity and confidence with gorgeous and strategic websites. But the reviews that I share here and on Facebook, or if you're watching the replay on my blog or on Instagram, wherever, it doesn't matter what platform you're using. It doesn't matter if you made your website on your own, if it was designed by a different designer, if it was not through us, it's fine. I just want to provide this feedback to help other people get their stuff out there. Know that your brand, your business, your website, your message, everything evolves as you go and as you grow. And I just feel it's very important to have that confidence, right? To have that it's okay to put yourself out there and share your message and know that it does not have to be perfect the first time around. And my hope with these critiques and with these reviews is that the person that I offer feedback to is able to take something from it, and the people that are watching are able to also take something from it to implement in their business, or just, like I said, get that burst of okay, I've got this. Today we are reviewing, this is where I was going with this 2 seconds ago, and then I get sidetracked. We are reviewing a website in the travel industry and in the beauty industry. So like I said, totally different. And I'm so excited to get that going. I normally look at 3 different things when I review websites. That is the visual branding, so the total aesthetics, the photos, how everything kind of looks and the vibe and everything. The messaging, I look at the copy, the words on the website and how that translates to the potential client or visitors to your website. And number 3, the functionality. So how user-friendly is it? Does everything work? Is it work functioning properly? So those are the 3 things I look at. And the people from my audience that submit their websites for review, they sometimes tell me, they ask to focus on one of these 3 things, and sometimes they just say have at it. So that's what we're going to do today. Like I said, a website from the travel industry and beauty industry. So let's get started with Website Wednesdays. I am going to share my screen. I'm going to put my blue light glasses on because I'll be staring at a screen all day. Let's see. All right, here we go. And we are going to start with Octavia. Thank you so much for submitting your website for review. She is a travel advisor, and her website is KR8V Travels.com. This is the homepage right here. I didn't refresh. I haven't clicked around. I look at these websites I take a very quick and minimal look before coming on here, because I want to be able to give you advice from somebody that would be landing on your site for the first time, right? I don't want to have too much time to process it so that I can give the most effective feedback. So first of all, I love. I'm going to start with the things I love, positive things always. First, I love that you have, obviously it's good that you have all the legal stuff down, but that you have a pop-up inviting me to sign up to your newsletter. I always recommend people to start a newsletter. If you've worked with me in the past, you know that this is kind of a requirement. I encourage/require my clients to start a newsletter, and we help them get set up with all this stuff. But I love that you have this, and your newsletter says, or your invitation says, claim your free insider's guide on how to make travel more affordable and still experience the trip of your dreams. So I love that you're immediately talking to travel, right? You're a travel agency, you're a travel advisor. I love that. I will say, I want to keep going with the positive, but because I'm going to close this in a second, I don't want to forget. I will say that when I look at the back of what's behind this pop-up, it's very bright and happy, and I feel like I want to be sitting on a beach. And this particular photo doesn't really match that vibe, that happy, outgoing, sitting on the beach vibe. It's not bad, it's not wrong, it's just, like I said, a small input. But I love that you do have the pop-up. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And now we are at Octavia's homepage. So this is her header image. Welcome to KR8V Travels. I apologize if I'm saying your name or your business name incorrectly. So like I said, positive things first. And really, all of this is positive. Even this critique or review, everything is meant to be positive, okay? So what I should say is, let's highlight some of the things that I feel are working very, very well. Like I said, this image, I love. It immediately makes me feel like this is going to be something about travel. If I were to cover the name of your website and the name of your business and I did not see travel, this image would immediately make me think about that. So that's really awesome. And if I keep scrolling down, the theme, that happy, joyful, light, beachy theme is continued throughout your homepage, with the colors. You've got the bright yellow, the blues, and you got some pinks mixed in here. I love, love, love the colors that you're using it just really draws the viewer in. And this whole thing that you have down here where it says, we can't wait to talk to you, and you've got these little pink sprinkles and lines and blue, I think that's really, it works well with the vibe that you're trying to send out. And I love that you said, we can't wait to talk to you. That just makes me feel okay, cool. It's a friendly place to be. And another thing, you immediately included a photo of yourself here. And travel, kind of like the wellness industry, it's a very personal thing, right? Because your customer is putting so much trust in you to plan their trip. And this is the memories from their trip is gonna last forever. So you wanna know who you're working with. So I love that you included a picture of yourself quickly. Within the first few seconds that I scroll down, I can see a picture of you. So that's very well done. And then I kind of clicked around a little bit here. I like that you have a blog. I like that you have your social media your social media platform or links right here on the top, and that you have a notification that we will be traveling again soon once certain events pass. So that's very well done. I'm going to go ahead and click this out. So let's get into some of the feedback. Octavia mentioned that she wanted me to focus on the messaging of her website. So like I said, that means the copy, the words, the message that the potential client, the visitor is taking away from visiting your website. So number one, your header image. That's where I always start. Welcome to KR8V Travels, where we plan so you can play. I like that you include this section, where we plan so you can play. I will recommend for you to tighten up your main headline. So instead of simply saying welcome to welcome to my website is basically what you're saying. I would recommend really honing in on making it way, way more specific. So, and if you need to revolve that around your subheading here where it says where we plan so you can play, you can use that. You can use that and extend that one. How can you figure out what you should use for this bold messaging right on your header? The biggest thing is to know who your client is. I say this over and over and over again, and I'll never get tired of saying it. So there's going to be a big difference on how you approach this. If your client, your ideal client, is an experienced traveler who has used a travel agent before, who travels often, your messaging is going to be different. If your ideal client is somebody who is brand new to traveling or working with a travel agent, your messaging is going to be different. So for example, if you're wanting to work more with the experienced traveler, you can highlight right here on your header image, you can highlight, instead of just saying welcome to my website, you can talk about how you provide curated experiences for travelers that like to travel here. Don't use that. That wasn't very good. But you see what I'm saying? You can really hone in on talking to that person. Whereas if you're talking to a brand new traveler who has never traveled, let's say it's somebody who is traveling with their family for the first time, is taking their children and wife or whatever on a trip, you can highlight that. where we plan so you can play, so you can enjoy your time with your new wife or your new family. You can, like, don't be afraid to get that specific. Where we plan so you don't have to worry about planning your first trip or for your honeymoon if you want to focus on like a really specific niche or niche. It's totally up to you. These examples are not very good. Like I said, I don't take too much time before like writing things out or planning things out, because I want to look at this like with fresh eyes, like a potential client would. But that's one of my biggest suggestions that I would give you, is to work on this tagline. Don't just say welcome to my website. Really hone in on captivating that attention. Identify what type of traveler you want to work with, what type of traveler is your ideal client, and then create your tagline or like your header image or header message off of that. Identify what they would want, what is the problem that they're facing. Why would they come to work with a travel agent? What's the problem that they're having that they're not able to solve on their own? Highlight that, and then highlight how you help them. And you've already kind of done that with where we plan so you can play. So to me, that's like, cool. I don't have to deal with extra stuff that I don't want to deal with. So I'm going to move on, because I could just keep going and going and going. That's the first thing I wanted to suggest. The next thing is in this little about me introduction that you did. I love that you introduced yourself, like I said, and you talked a little bit about this part where you said, as a mother, it is my goal to pass on the gift of travel to my children. And as your travel agent, it is my passion to help you embark on a journey that will last well after your trip is over. So right there, like, it sounds like I don't know, it's totally up to you, right? Are you talking to an experienced traveler or a brand new traveler? Even here in your About Me intro, in your About Me section, you should be highlighting the needs of your ideal client. So you kind of already started doing that by saying that you want to, help plan a vacation that will last, or memories that will last well after the trip is over. So keep going with that, or highlight new things depending on which type of client you want to work with. Highlight new things that they resonate with. So it's okay to mention that you're like a mom, and let's say, I think somewhere you said that you traveled prior to getting married and starting my family. My husband and I traveled. Yes, I love that, because it shows that you know what you're talking about. You have experience in travel, so you're doing, this is why you're doing what you're doing. But even in this section, I would love to see you get even more detailed and highlight once more the needs of your potential client. I hope that makes sense. Basically, any part of your website, you should be circling back to solving that problem for your ideal client, okay? To solving that problem, or to helping them get that transformation from where they are to where they want to be, and how you fill in the gap, without saying it like that, but with knowing what their needs are and talking about the transformation that you are going to provide. And then the next thing, just right on your homepage, that I want to mention is, I'm definitely a fan of having your Instagram links on here. If there is a way for you to make this Instagram section, because all of this here is your Instagram feed, if there is a way to make it smaller so it takes up less space, I would love to see people stay on your website longer instead of going directly to Instagram. Because here on your website is where they are going to learn more about you, your services, and how you can help them. That's one thing. If you're able to make it just like one bar across the bottom of your website, I would love to see that. This is all part of your messaging, okay? Your messaging from the header image to what you say in the second block in your About Me section. The next thing that also has to do with messaging is your menu bar, which includes everything up here, where you have home, why use your agency, testimonies, contact, blog, shop, travel resources, travel insurance, terms and conditions. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these pages, but I would recommend, and I would love to see you hone this section down. So if you can cut that, like edit that down to maybe only 3 to 4 different links, that would be amazing. So like if you could say just home, why work with us? You don't have to repeat your name, like why work with me, or simply work with me. Contact and blog, or you can even have one that says book now, depending on how the internal systems of your business work. This, all of having like travel insurance, terms and conditions, travel resources, it could feel a little busy. And if I'm a brand new traveler or even an experienced traveler, and I come to a website and I see all of these options, I may feel a little overwhelmed. So I would love to see your messaging honed, like your messaging simplified a little bit more, simply by reducing this menu bar to just a few more options. I'm gonna look at my notes to make sure that I have the main things that I had written down. This is a big one, and my final suggestion for today's review on your website. If there is a way for you to maybe after this section, after your About Me section, if you could include right here in this section, a section where you provide a plan for your potential client. So like, what are the 3 to 4 steps that I need to take next after visiting your website? So, and I don't know, I'm guessing here. Number 1 would be maybe to book a call with you if that's what you do first. Number 2 would be to, or maybe like decide on what dates you want to travel. Number 2 would be to book a call with you. Number 3 would be to have a free consultation with you. Number 4 would be to, enjoy the trip of a lifetime. Like I said, these all need to be modified depending on your business, your client, and how you actually do the internal systems of your business. But if you could have that 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4 plan, I like to call it like a plan, like this is what's next. It would be so helpful, especially because travel and planning and a hotel and getting airfare and just activities, so many things, it could feel overwhelming. So if you can show your client when they come to your website, you're already showing that it's an inviting place with the colors and showing a photo of yourself. If you can show them that it's easy to work with you, that's going to make your message even stronger and even just more powerful. Let's see. And then I saw that you had a blog. If I click on your blog, it takes me to 2 blog posts, and I see that these are very recent. So obviously you're building your blog, and that's awesome. I'm not sure if you mentioned in your email that this is a newer website. So obviously it takes time to build your blog content, but I would definitely recommend spending some time building your blog content. And also, depending on what areas you focus on of travel, I saw on your Instagram, I've got another screen over here. Girl, I was like doing some stalking, okay? I looked at Instagram, I looked at Facebook. I really want to get a feel for your business and how I can help. So on your Instagram, it says travel advisor, custom group trip planner. Ooh, I like that. The idea of like planning group trips. You could even like focus on that's a whole nother conversation. But you mentioned on your Instagram Mexico, Caribbean, and Jamaica. So if you are an expert in those 3 places, and those are the 3 places you can help your client plan a vacation, you should definitely be posting that on your homepage where we mentioned here. You could even put that in the front, like on your header image, and say that you specialize in Mexico, Caribbean, Jamaica group trips. Ooh, that's actually really good if that's what you do, because then you're talking to a very specific type of person. There, like I said, I'm not going to go through every single website, but Octavia, I hope that this was helpful and you'll have to listen to this again, watch the replay, take a few notes, and I hope that this gave you some ideas on how you can make some small but very powerful tweaks on your website to just be able to connect with your clients even more and to keep going and doing your thing and keep growing your business and planning these amazing vacations in Mexico, the Caribbean, and Jamaica. Again, thank you so much for being willing to share your work, share your website, and being willing to have me go through it and review it. Okay, moving on to the next website that we're going to look at today, and this is in the beauty industry. This website was submitted to me by Stacy, and she is the owner of Girl Friday Salon and Beauty Bar. So we're going to get into that now. And like I said, I'm going to be taking different websites from different industries because I want, there's so many different things out there. Sometimes we don't think that these things are possible, but when we see somebody else do it and we see them take those steps, it inspires us to also do the same. So I hope that it's helpful to have somebody from the travel industry and beauty industry. And even if you're not in any of these two industries, you can still take these tips, still take these reviews and apply them to your business. Or you know what? Take what you want, take what works for you and leave what doesn't, okay? All of this stuff is my input. And yes, there's a structure to it, but ultimately it's up to you to decide what you're going to implement in your business for your website or your business. Totally up to you. All right, let's move on with Girl Friday Salon. Stacy mentioned that in her email, she mentioned that this is a brand new website. She knows it needs more updating, and excuse me. So I'm excited to go through this. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you what I love. I love the font. I'm a huge fan of when you have like a contrasting font like this. So you've got like salon and beauty bar and like in this serif font. And then you have like the handwritten fonts. It's a beautiful choice. And I love that your header image is like strong and bold. When I go to the team tab over on the side, I love this photo of like the high five. Here it is. Yes. I am a huge fan of being able to see photos of the team. I can see this is Stacy and I can see photos of the team. I know who I can expect to see when I walk into your salon or even when I call to make an appointment, whatever. This is so wonderful to see, especially in a standalone business where that makes no sense in a place like in a physical location where I'm gonna go and see somebody. Let's go back to the home screen. Here we go. Awesome. And like I said, even this image, like it's bold, it's strong. There's like a gentle black like overlay over it, and it highlights the white font a little bit more, so that I love. And then you've got your social media links down there, and there's a place, if I go to contact, there's a place where I can email you. I love that I can see your address, your email, and a photo of your shop, of your salon. Beautiful. Okay, so again, like you said, this is new. You for sure are developing your website and adding more. So if there's anything that I offered today and you're like, yeah, we're working on that, fantastic, keep doing your thing. So you didn't give me, Stacy didn't give me an exact thing that she wanted me to look at, but one of the main things that I would love to offer, this homepage is it's just this one image. Okay, so Stacy, I would love to have you, let's see, in my notes I said share main services. Yes. So on your services page, if I click on this tab and I scroll down, I see that you guys do wedding hair and makeup. You do hairstyles, airbrush tanning, and makeup and skincare. I would love to see this information on your homepage, because especially when people are looking at websites on mobile, it's a lot easier to just scroll down as opposed to clicking to a different tab and having a new photo open. And like, I know that when I'm making an appointment to go to salon or hair or anything like that, I'm usually looking at it on my phone. So if I'm landing on your website and I scroll down, I can't keep scrolling down. This is the end of it, right? So if you were to include this services thing, the services tab or block right down here, include like what you offer. That would be great to see. And how many services did you have? You have 4 different options here. So you can include, I would recommend no more than 4 options to show, no more than 4 options on your homepage. Otherwise it just becomes like too many options. So you can have this same exact block on your homepage. And when somebody clicks on one of them, it could take them to a new page that gives them pricing information, booking information, and like more information on what to expect. That's actually my second suggestion, or my next suggestion is down here on your services page. You have, and like I said, I know you're developing this, so I'm sure you're working on this anyway, but for airbrush and tanning, you have a section where it takes you to pricing and frequently asked questions. Same thing with makeup and skincare. You have a learn more button here. I would love to see the same thing for wedding day services and hairstyle services, because I mean, a wedding day, there's so many different components to that, and you may have that somewhere else on your website, but this is the first place that I landed without knowing much, right? So you don't want to make it hard for your clients to be able to find what they're looking for, and you don't want to make it hard for them to book or just simply to get more information. So I'd love to have you add a button here to get pricing, to learn more, to book, whatever it is. Same thing with hairstyle here. The next thing, let's go back to your homepage. So I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Octavia with her travel website. On your menu bar up here, you've got services, weddings, the teen, testimonials, daily, Girl Friday, and contact. So if you could narrow this down, edit this down to 3 to 4 links, that would be amazing. So you could do like the team, you could do services, you could still do services, you could do contact, especially because you have a physical location. Anything like this where you have testimonials, I'd love to see you sprinkle those testimonials throughout your homepage. So let's say you were to scroll down here and you add that services block that I was talking about. Maybe after that services block, you can add some testimonials in like this really cool handwritten font that you're using, and then have like another block of more information or like your actual location. And then as they keep scrolling, have another testimonial. You could also do like the ones that go, that scroll. I know that my photo in this video is like really small down here, but like if you can see my finger, the ones that scroll side to side instead of scrolling up and down, those work really well for testimonials. I don't think you need a whole page just for testimonials. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different testimonials here, which I'm sure are amazing. But if somebody's looking to work with or book an appointment in your salon, in your beauty bar, you could, like I said, you can sprinkle this throughout the website, and they can get that like those what word am I trying to find? Like oh my goodness, like confirmation, like, yes, I want to work with you, excuse me, yes, I want to work with you, oh, people have had awesome success. And I believe I saw somewhere on here on your Instagram or somewhere, like I said, I went and like looked on Instagram and Facebook and was stalking around, that you guys have been in business for like 10 years or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but first of all, congratulations. So I have no doubt that you have even more testimonials to add to here, so to add to your website. So definitely that option on a website where you scroll, where it's like a slider, that would be even better for your testimonials. And look at my notes real quick. The menu bar. Oh, I did want to mention also, I clicked on a few links, and this Instagram link down here doesn't take you to your Instagram. I believe it's a broken link. So that's one thing that's super important, to make sure that all your social links go to where you're saying that they're going to go to. But if you go up here, Daily Girl Friday, this link takes you to your Instagram account. So very similar to what I told the Octavia, I would love to see you include your Instagram profile on your website, but maybe at the bottom of even on your homepage, where it's just like one bar of your most recent Instagram posts. I don't think you need a whole page on your website unless you use your Instagram as your portfolio. So like if all of these photos were photos of before and after of your clients, or only services that you offer, then yeah, because you're using it as a portfolio. But I can see that you have different things in different categories for Instagram. So I'd recommend having just that small bar at the bottom of your website. Again, y'all can do whatever you want. I think you guys are amazing for putting your stuff out there in the first place, and I think you're doing an amazing job. These are just like extra tips to clean it up and like tighten it up a little bit more. Also, for the last thing, like I said, there's different angles and different ways we can get into this, but I just want to point out the things that stood out to me the most. And Octavia or Stacy, if you guys have any follow-up questions on this, please include them in the comments below, or feel free to email me. I have absolutely no problem clarifying something that I said, because like I said, I'm just like a fire hose, and I'll just keep going and going and going. And sometimes I'll like start something and I may not circle back around to it. So call me out on that and let me know if you need clarification on any of this. So the last thing that I want to mention, Stacy, is you have a physical location, and I don't know, I think on your Instagram somewhere I saw a photo of your beauty bar, of your location. I would love to see that as your home, as your header image. Like if you can hire or work with a awesome photographer to get a nice angle of the entrance of your place, it looks beautiful. That would be awesome to see. totally optional, just an idea, because here I love that this is like very artsy, you know, it's like hair with the black overlay and stuff. I think this is beautiful. It's very artsy. It totally goes. But being able to see that like the photo of your entrance, if I've never been to your studio before, it just makes it feel even more like homey. And I like I'm gonna go and like talk to my girlfriends, and just the name of your business, Girl Friday Salon, it just feels like I want to go hang out, and it feels like it's gonna feel like a welcoming place. And if I can see a photo of that, of your beauty bar, of your salon, right as I land on your website, that would be amazing. Let me make sure that I covered everything. All right. And actually, one more thing. If you did have an option or a way to add a portfolio tab on here, so for example, you have a whole weddings section. Within like the wedding, when you create just that wedding section, have portfolio images from the people, from the artists that work with you. Like, have them share your images, or you can share some of their images from their clients to show like what you guys do, like a before and after for a wedding, or like if you guys did a whole bridal party, anything like that. I would love to see even more photos like for your portfolio, as well as like the testimonials that we talked about. So you can sprinkle these throughout your website. All right, Stacy, I hope that was helpful for you. I'm gonna try to get back to, here we are. Octavia and Stacy, again, thank you so much for being willing to have me share your website and offer some feedback. Again, I hope that this was helpful. And if you are watching this and you are in the travel industry or in the beauty industry, please take what works for you. Use these suggestions and apply them in any way that you can in your website. Even if you already have one, if you can make those small tweaks that will make your messaging even more powerful, do it. Don't be afraid to do it. And if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't look good, change it. Nothing is permanent. You can change anything at any time, especially on the internet. You can change it. And if you don't have a website, I hope that this inspires you to just get started. Again, my name is Marissa with the Meraki Collective, where we help coaches, consultants, and professional service providers get online with clarity and confidence with gorgeous and strategic websites. Thank you so much for being here and watching the replay. I will see you next week for, I'm going to shoot, if I can keep this shorter, I'm going to shoot for 3 websites, but let's be real, I'm probably going to end up doing 2 more. If you would like to be included, if you would like to include your website in these critiques, aka helpful reviews, please drop a comment with your link below, or send me a private message, or send me an email. You can find me at themerakicollective.com. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great week, everyone.